Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. Changing things up a little bit on Cultivate Your Calling show. For more videos and more shows, visit cultivateyourcallingshow.com. And to see the rest of the other of my videos and some guests I had on, we had a good time. And I plan on bringing other people on. But for now, I want to share some, my thoughts and things that's going on in my life, and maybe some of the viewpoints I have on recent events and things that's going on. But as you saw in the title, recently I tested positive for this word I don't want to say. Okay, you guys know what's going on. It's 2021, and we're in a crisis. Okay, and for the black community, we've been in a crisis from the day we landed here on this soil in the United States of America. So I won't be before you long. So I'm just going to share. A couple weeks ago, I started work. It was like on a Monday. I started work on a Monday, and I felt kind of tired. I felt tired, but I kept working. And so Monday, I believe Monday was day one. Let's call Monday day one. And I was working. I was a little bit tired, and so normally I would work from like 8 to 4:30, 8 to 5. It depends. Sometimes I can leave sooner if I do my job right. Okay, and so but Monday I left at like 2 o'clock, and I was like, I'm just feeling like tired, and my right arm, I couldn't lift my right arm. So I was having a problem with my right arm. Hold on. And I just couldn't lift it. And then on like Tuesday, I felt like my left hip was sore. And then I think it was Wednesday, my back was sore. And I was like, man, was it because of Sunday? Because on Sunday, I cut my grass, the front and the backyard. Normally, I don't do both the same day. But it was a hot Sunday, and I had on some shorts. I had on a gold shirt, and I had on my ear pods. So I love listening to inspirational, like speeches or music when I am, when I'm cutting my grass. And so Thursday came around. I left work early too, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up on Friday morning. And on Friday morning, I sat up in the bed, and I told my wife, I am not going to work today. I said, now that's the thought is going through my mind right now, because on my job, people were dropping out of work. The rumors were going around. You know how that is. The rumors were going around that, hey, such and such test positive last week, or such and such test positive. And then it was a guy who I worked close with. He went into the hospital because he had previous health issues. He had some health issues, and they were like, hey, he's in the hospital. Hey, Gerlene, how you doing? He's in the hospital, and he's not doing too well. And then it was another guy. They was like, he haven't eaten in several days. I think it was like 4 to 5 days he haven't eaten, and then he missed work. And he was one of them hard-working men, and he missed work. And they went to check on him, and they had to take him to the hospital. So my supervisor went to check on him and took him to the hospital. So that was, it was one, two, three, at least four people I knew. And one of them I worked very close with that tested positive. And so for me, I knew it was a matter of time because the workplace was so tense. It was so tense. Like, we started losing business because of how tense the place was. And the guys, everyone, it was, let me tell y'all something. I wouldn't wish this kind of stuff on my worst enemy. There were people, like the guys in the shop, the guys were so, everything was like quiet. You know what I mean? You ever worked at a place where it was just so quiet and it was like, there's a big elephant in the room, but you're not saying anything about it. And you can see like some people just didn't really practice precaution, and it was bad, man. When I can think about it now, I can look back. We did a poor job. We did a poor job protecting ourselves as a team. And okay, so Friday came around, and I'm like, I sat up in my bed and I said, Sierra, I told my wife, I said, I'm not going to work today. I said, I felt like I got hit by a car. I'm like, you need to get the license plate to this car, because my body is just beat up. And mind you, I'm a very healthy guy. So it takes a lot to get me down. It takes a lot to get me down. I am healthy, all right? I take my supplements, but I had a hard week. I was trying to hit my numbers and do things to really make some impact on on my income. Okay, and for some strange reason, that was the week I didn't take my supplements. That was the week where I kind of was just moving a little too fast, and so I said, all right, let me go Friday and get tested. So I go and I get tested, and I didn't do the rapid because I was told that if you have mild symptoms, the rapid test wasn't going to be as accurate. So I took the other test. I don't know if it's the PC. I don't know. So I waited. I felt bad Saturday. What I did was, not Saturday, Friday. Let me tell you what I did. What I did was I found some Alka-Seltzer in my cabinet, and I took it twice that day. I took it in the morning, and then I took it in like around the afternoon, because I felt like I was getting a little warm. So my wife said, Lionel, take it before so you don't catch a fever. So that's what she told me, and I said, all right. So I took the Alka-Seltzer, the AM. I took the AM in the morning, the AM in the afternoon, and then before I went to bed, I took the PM. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you my story. And I made sure I stayed hot. I didn't, but Friday night, it was cold in my house. So Friday night didn't really help. I didn't really feel that great Friday night. But when I did my research and when I started digging into how to fight this thing, I did what was told of me, and not to brag, y'all, but I beat the brakes off this virus. Okay. Well, my immune system, and I thank God. I really thank God for it, because now I feel great. I feel good. I got tested again, but I tested positive again. So I'm waiting for a negative test. So supposedly this thing is still in my system right now. Okay, but do I look like, I'm about to, how all the hype is out there? And not that it's not serious, but if you have underlying health conditions, I suggest you start taking care of your immune system. Check with your doctor and see what you're deficient in. They say most people are deficient in vitamin D. So, load up on your vitamin D. I'm just like, I know, with this platform, they want to censor you and cut you off and everything because you're sharing information that could help other people. But, there's a saying that says the love of money is the root to all evil. And everything that's going on around you in our society, trace it to that dollar bill. Follow the money. And it's sad because growing up when I was a kid, I'm thinking, I knew nothing about, why we're here in America, why blacks are here. So I'm thinking I'm in the best country in the world. The way they painted Africa was so terrible. They always showed the poor parts of Africa. And you're thinking like, I'm safe here, I'm good here. But that's not the case. Africa is a beautiful place. But anyways, it's you have to take care of yourself. You have to really take care of yourself. Stay hot, stay warm. If you seeing you have symptoms of this virus, stay warm because what I found out with my body was that when I stayed warm, when I remained warm, I felt better. But when I was cold, whether it was outside or I drunk something cold, I could, I could see, I could tell. So you have to stay warm, keep yourself warm, and they won't accept you at the hospital unless you're having breathing issues or some other complications. But man, I am grateful. I thank God that I'm here, and it didn't beat me up. Like I knew some people that was close to me, like Pastor Alan Jackson. It really took a toll on him, and thank God he came through, because when we were texting, it was bad. Like what he was sending me, it was very bad. Like his symptoms were very hard, and I was like, man, I do not want to catch this thing. But when I tested positive and I had light symptoms, but I was kind of nervous because I didn't know what to expect, man. Like, you don't know what day 1 is going to bring. You don't know what day 2. You don't know what day 3. You don't know, you just don't know what to expect. Because, let me tell you, what this thing is that when one day you'll feel down, one day you'll feel tired, you'll feel like you can't move, you're sore and everything, and then the next day you feel like nothing happened, and then hopefully you don't just say, oh, I'm good, that was just a cold, or that was just something, and then the day after that it's like bam, it just hits you. So for me, one day I'll be fine, and then I'll have a headache here this one day, and then a day later or 2 later, I have a headache right here, and then it'll move right there. It was it was I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I'm praying. I'm saying, Lord, I said, help your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, my family need me, my children need me, but I think what's really important for us is to do your own research and specialize in your body. Now, I have an ex-co-worker who I told, what happened, and he was like, Lionel, take the shot. And I have my opinion about the shot, but I will share that in another video. But I have my opinion on the shot, and I've already made up in my mind my opinion and what I will or will not do, along with my children, except my 19-year-old. I can't tell her what to do. I can only educate and empower her. My wife, I can't force her what to do. I can only educate and empower her, or threaten her. I'm just kidding. But that's for another video. But like I said, this thing, it's weird. It's very weird, almost like the flu, but it's to me it's slightly more aggressive. It's as far as the pain, and some people say the flu is worse. Maybe, I don't know. Matter of fact, what happened to the flu? Where did it go? I don't get this stuff. I don't get this stuff. But yeah, I think it's important, especially for men, to take care of themselves, because a lot of men have pot bellies. A lot of men have big bellies, and this virus thrives off a poor immune system. This virus thrives off a poor immune system. Guys, fellas, brothers, men, you have to take care of yourself. Go check your testosterone levels. Go check your vitamin D levels, because, you have people that depend on you. You have, children and loved ones that need you at your best. And I, when you eat poor, when you don't take care of yourself, you have to ask yourself, why am I not taking care of myself? Why am I not taking care of myself? What is the underlying reason for me to neglect myself? Clyde says, if you are not strong and know God, this will take you out. My whole family just getting over this thing. And listen, Clyde, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you, brother, because that was nothing to be played with. And like I said, us men, we must take care of ourselves. Like, ask yourself, like, if you are not taking care of yourself, why? Ask yourself why. Like, what's the underlying reason for you to reject your own self? For what reason? Who taught you not to take care of yourself, not to value who you are, not to value your body, not to take care of your body, not to be mindful of what you put in it? Now, listen, don't get me wrong. I grew up in the hood, okay? I grew up on 7th Avenue, all right? I grew up in the streets of Fort Lauderdale. So we eating pickle eggs, we crushing the pickle eggs, and we getting salt and vinegar chips, we getting the Ziploc bag, and we crushing it, and we putting it together, and we crushing that bag, and we tearing it up, and we eating pickle eggs. I had one time, I'm not gonna lie, I think that's when I first met Sierra. I had pig feet. I'm like, I ain't never eat no pig feet. This thing's sloppy. But we so used to eating junk, and we have these corner stores that really don't benefit us much, that don't help us in our communities. We need more healthy foods. We need to practice eating healthier. We need to practice taking care of ourselves, man. I ain't tripping, you know what I mean? Like, if you eat burgers, like me, I barely eat. I can't tell you the last time I ate a burger. But I tell you one thing, just don't make it a lifestyle, okay? That's all I say. Don't try not to make that a lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with having some cake and pie, but we partying all the time. It's like we eating this like there's a party every day, bro. Is there a party every day? Now, if there's a party every day, I'm still gonna take care of myself. I'm still not gonna just put anything in my body. I'm gonna still do things in moderation. You understand? So guys, I challenge you, man, take care of yourself, take care of your bodies, take your vitamins, take your supplements. I'm going to give you a really good hint. Y'all ready? I'm going to give you a really good hint. Get some sunlight and take your vitamin D. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but this is my opinion and my strong suggestion. Sunlight and vitamin D. Sunlight and vitamin D. Sunlight and vitamin D. Listen. Sunlight and vitamin D. Sunlight and vitamin D. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Now, that enough is worth All right, I'll say 197. So cash at me 197, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you, we got to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of our bodies. We have a calling. And if we're going to really live out our calling, we're going to walk in our purpose, and we're going to impact lives. We first have to impact our own life. We have to be impactful within ourselves, within us. This is the call you need to cultivate first. This is the call, because you're not any good for anybody else. You have to put on your, in the plane it says put on your mask before you help the person next to you. Because how can you help the person next to you put on their mask when yours is not on? You're going to lose oxygen. Okay, so don't pour from an empty cup, y'all. Allow yourself to get rest. Rest is very important. My wife and I have really scaled back on a lot of things, and we're working smarter and not harder. We are getting sleep. We're not team no sleep now. We getting sleep. We don't play about our sleep. We don't play about our rest, our days off. We don't play about that, and we spend time together, or we spend time alone. We have our own private time. And listen, guys, if you don't cultivate the call over your life and your health, your self-care and time for yourself, your mental health is part of your calling. That is part of your calling. And if you haven't gotten my book yet, just go to you can go to lionelhilaire.com. You can either DM me or go to Amazon or Barnes and Nobles and get a copy of my book, Cultivate Your Calling. I talk about I talk about my health issue that I've had before. I talked about my mental health. I talk about, I share, how I've overcame some things, and how my reader can too. So guys, if you haven't purchased my book, pick it up. If you want a signed copy, you can go to lionelhilaire.com and get you order you a signed copy. Or if you just want to go to Amazon and get it from Amazon and get it shipped right away to you, you can do that as well. But I prefer you get a signed copy, because I want to write a note to you, and I want to sign it, and I want to give it to you. I want to mail it out to you. I want the thrill of doing that, and just saying thanks for getting a copy of my book, and a little note to you. So anyways, thanks, Clyde, for coming on and just sharing like what happened with you and your family, man. God bless you and your family. I'm gonna hit you up in a minute, but you guys take care of yourself, take care of you, and that's the best way, the most effective way you're going to be able to take care of your family. Learn how to practice balance, how to have balance in your life, and how to properly care for you so you can be effective in the other areas of your life. And I'm going to talk about this. I don't know how soon, but I'm going to talk about brain fog, and how I believe the average person around here, the average person out here, especially the average black person, I believe the average black person out here is walking around brain fog. And there's a reason for that. And if you find yourself at brain fog and you put yourself at risk of this virus, you are in trouble. So I suggest you really do something about that, and really soon. I really think brain fog, walking around here, brain fog is very dangerous to your health, your physical health, and your mental health. And it's dangerous especially for someone who's struggling with mental health issues. So anyways, thank you guys for coming on, and I'll see you next time.